Good morning, everyone. I am sitting in my motel room and getting ready to go to the AIS campus to run our first level Ayurvedic Vibrational Healing Chakra Sparsha therapy course. So I thought again I will share here in the early morning that why it is so important to understand about this therapy and why it is something and how this therapy can play a role in one's well-being. Reason of that course to run now second time is that, as I shared many times, chakra are our integral part of our existence, I should say, not the well-being. And 90% of us even have no idea what these chakras mean, because our problems are, our issues are that something we can see, we can believe. Something we don't see, it becomes very difficult for us to believe and understand. And that is why Ayurvedic philosophy, Vedic philosophy, that understanding, the knowledge, what this science has given to the universe, to the world, to the communities all over, become difficult for people to comprehend that how they can play a role in one's well-being. As I mentioned many times, that yes, throughout the world now people follow yoga, but only one component, which is asanas, which they can see. And again, those asanas has been now taken up and associated with the physical fitness. And that is the reason that still a lot of our mental, emotional ailments are still prevailing everywhere, and even with those people who follow yoga for 20 years, 30 years or 40 years. Because they could not go away or next to the asanas part. And then same is with Ayurveda. When Ayurveda offers us that a complete holistic approach to well-being, what we are limiting ourselves just understanding about some herbs, then learning the Ayurvedic bodywork treatment, which are very profound and specific, but then learning them in a shortcut ways, and feeling that those treatment can help people, while saying so that those treatments are so powerful that they can still give you the benefit. Those herbal preparations are so powerful, they can still give you and your client the benefit. But because Most of us hesitate to follow the complete approach of Ayurveda, where it relates with the, whether it is your daily routine, it is daily regime, making changes in your diet specifically, making changes in your lifestyle. But on top of that comes up the again mental part. Because in Ayurvedic psychology, the concept is totally different. And Ayurvedic psychology in relation to our Western psychology, again, just does not look at the physical component as a part of the brain we talk about, which work under the guidance of what we call in Ayurveda mind, and everyone nowadays understand or at least know about mind, but no one want to dig more deeper that what exactly mind is and how it work. And the same part comes up that when we are talking about non-physical aspect which can play a role in our well-being, that is where the role of 7 chakras comes up. And now, because no one has ever seen those chakras or never have done any effort to see them, understand them, they feel that because the word chakra is getting so popular, we can do now anything, and that is why out in the world there are so many chakra healers are out. And again, public just get hooked to those kind of therapies, because public also, or people who are suffering from mental, emotional and suppressed emotions issues, always looking for a quick fix, always looking for a solution where they don't have to take any responsibility for their healing. Hence they get into those kind of treatment more easily. But still there are people out in the world who want to understand that how this concept of chakras, how this concept of 3 nadis, how this concept of 4 antahkaranas, how this concept of our 10 indriyas, senses and sense organs and motor organs work and play a role, how these 5 koshas, the layers, and how these 3 bodies play a role in the well-being of an individual, and what are the techniques that one can start healing them, because chakras are not switch on, switch off process. When our imbalances reach to that level, these all different layers get pissed, get affected. And that's how those has to be looked after before we start working on those chakras. And that is the reason that this Ayurvedic vibrational healing, chakra sparsha therapy, is much more profound and different from what we see out in the market as a ding-dong and standing behind the body and then trying to ring the bells and trying to ring the balls and feeling that those chakras are getting balanced. Well, my focus is not on those who do the wrong deeds or wrong ways of these therapies. My focus is on those who are coming today to learn this therapy, so that I hope and I wish they can see and understand the depth and the value this therapy offered to all of them, and then they can take this therapy out to heal the people who are suffering, who need that level of treatments, and give them those therapies in an effective way. And that's what I feel we are going to do in the next 2 days. This is the first level, then there will be another 2 levels coming up. So with the hope that slowly these therapists can make a point of difference, so that public does not completely see that these therapists are just nothing but a kind of new agey stuff. This is not a new age concept. That is the reason that this complete therapy is offered, and offered with certain guidelines that only those people can do or should do who themselves able to understand and follow the principles what our Vedic science has laid to become a healer and a therapist to help people. So with this hope, I thought I will just put this message across those who always thinking of what it is, and now you should be looking forward to those therapists once they start getting fully equipped with their good experience to offer these treatment. Meet them and see what the point of difference they bring to you. Thanks everyone.